In this week's reading log, we got to choose from the Newbery Award winners, and I chose the 1986 Newbery Award winner titled Sarah Plain Tall by Patricia McLaughlin. The publisher is Harper and Row. The copyright date is 1985. I would say the genre is either contemporary, realistic fiction, or historical fiction, or both. There's 58 pages, and the appropriate ages are probably 3rd through 5th grade. So the setting is in the prairies of the United States. It doesn't really say exactly where it's at, but somewhere in the central U.S. The time period is possibly set in the 1800s or maybe even the early 1900s. The main theme of the book that I got was nothing is more important than family. Your family is always going to be there for you no matter what, and have your back, and they're going to be there to fill the emptiness you may have between losses and any other sorrows that you have, and they're going to fill your heart with joy and love. So the characters in this book, there's Jacob, who is the father, and he has 2 children. Anna's the oldest, and Caleb is the youngest, and his wife passed away a day after his youngest, Caleb, was born, and so he kind of has always been wanting to find a new wife for his kids and somebody to be a homemaker. So he put an ad in the newspaper for a wife, and then a lady named Sarah responded back to him, and they wrote letters back and forth to each other. And Sarah's interesting because she doesn't really do the normal for what women did back in that time frame. She likes fixing things up around the house instead of just cooking and cleaning. She wears overalls. She likes to ride horses and go to town by herself, and that's something that not a lot of women did back then. So basically the plot of the story, in the prairies there lives a family of 3. Jacob, the dad, Anna, the oldest child, Caleb, the youngest child. Then Sarah comes along. Caleb and Anna are really excited about her because they're really excited to get a new mom. And Sarah really teaches them a lot and helps them a lot through things, and she fills their emptiness that they have and questions about their mom and them missing their mom. Sarah just replaces. They're afraid that she's going to leave because she misses Maine, and that's where she's from, and so they're always afraid that she's going to leave them. So Sarah reassures them that she doesn't want to leave, and she does miss Maine a lot, but she would miss them more. Eventually they get married and they remain a happy family, so that's pretty much the plot. I think this is a good book for children because it shows them how important their family is to them. Not all kids may have this type of family environment, but if they have something like a teacher or a best friend, or even like their friends' parents, somebody that they can go to that they trust, and somebody that gives them the love and the comfort, even if it's like their grandparents or just anyone close to them. And as an activity, I would introduce to my students that they'll be writing their own personal narratives just like Anna did, since this is written by his oldest child, Jacob's oldest child, Anna. And I would tell them to write about their first experience with the person who they first became very important within their lives. This can be somebody such as, like I said, a parent or a best friend, teacher, like parents' best friend, aunts and uncles, like anybody that became really close to them that they first remember. And then this writing can be in the form of either a poem or a journal entry. So that's all I have.